Hi students, Saxon Math 7-6. This is lesson 54. It's about common denominators. And this is really, I would call this a three-part, I have to spell that carefully. This is really a three-part series of lessons, 54, 55, and 56, that are all going to talk about common denominators and how we add and subtract fractions. This is technically part 1. If that makes you excited, then so be it. We're going to get there. Now, here's the thing. Everybody knows that if you have one pizza that's cut in halves, one of the pieces is gone, there's only one left, and another one that's cut into 6, pretend it's perfect, and let's pretend that most of this has been eaten. Daniel's been around. So here we have 1/2, and we want to subtract 1/6. Right now you can't do this because the pieces aren't the same size, and unless the pieces are the same size, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all because you just can't compare them, right? Everybody knows that who's eaten pizza or pumpkin pie or whatever they want to say. Unless the pieces are the same size, you can't add and subtract them. So when we get a problem like this, 1/2 minus 1/6, we have a problem. What we have to do, essentially, is we have to re-slice the pieces so they match. Sometimes we can just adjust one pizza. Sometimes we have to go back in and adjust both. But what we have to do is fix it so that they both have the same size pieces. So in this case, what I would do is I would say, okay, this half, we have to cut this pizza into 6, but half of it's gone, so we're really taking the 1/2 and we're cutting that into 3 more pieces, right? Okay, let's talk about how we would do that with numbers. It's easy to figure out how we do it with pizzas. So what we do when we're adding or subtracting fractions is we always stack them. I don't want this kind of presentation, I want this kind of presentation. So the steps, I'll write down over here. The first one is to stack them. Stack the problem. I'll write that. You'll know what I mean. Okay, we've stacked it. 2, we want to match the denominators. What does that mean? That means I look at these and the first thing I find is I need to know what the least common multiple or least common denominator is. That means I'm looking at these two numbers and I want to know the lowest number that both of these will multiply into. And I can see, oh, 2 goes into 6, doesn't it? So we can use 6 as our least common multiple in this problem. I'm going to have to multiply this fraction by something that's equal to 1 in order to get a 6 on the bottom. What is the number I have to multiply by 2 to get 6? 3. Okay, that works. That makes me happy. But if I multiply the bottom of this fraction by 3, I have to multiply the top as well, the denominator as well as the numerator. So now I have to multiply on the top. 1 times 3 is 3. So would you agree that 3/6 is equal to 1/2? Yeah, that's fair. It's the same amount of pizza, we just cut it more, right? Beautiful. Now we can do our work because we don't even have to adjust the second part of the problem. It's already in 6, so we can just bring that over. Notice the way I'm presenting this. I want you to write your problems exactly the same. Trust me, this format helps you prevent mistakes. Okay, so I've adjusted both of my fractions, well, as need be. I didn't need to adjust the bottom one. Now I can subtract. Remember when we subtract with decimals, the denominator stays the same, and we simply subtract on the numerators. All right? This, I can see, oh, this could be divided by 2 over 2. They're both even numbers. And that would give me 1 over 3 as my final answer. And we can see it back in our picture. If we took away, right, we're subtracting here. If we took away one of our original 3 pieces, we would have 2 of the 6 left. And then if we could erase that slice, it would be equal to 1/3, wouldn't it? If we had this much left, that would be 1/3, and that would be 1/3, and that would be 1/3. So that proves that our point works. I forgot to finish my steps. First we match the denominators. 3, in this case we subtract, and 4 we simplify as possible. All right, that is lesson 4. Good luck with your homework.